G'day, guys. It's Hoodie and Johnny Larter, and it's good to talk to you. We're roommates at the moment, so it's all fun. It's Sunday morning, the 6th of February. I said October yesterday. The 6th of February. We were pretty flattened, not flattened. No, we were very tired last night. Put it that way. I was too tired to come to the camp last night, but John went out there till about midnight. And it's pretty early. You can see by our eyes we're not travelling all that well. So what's been happening is we are seeing some amazing developments happen. Yesterday, you guys are just legendary. Hey, just awesome. You know, you guys, what you guys did yesterday was amazing. And you know what? I want to tell you that there are thousands more coming to Canberra. There's another convoy has left Queensland that Michelle told me about this morning, and we're hearing many more coming. Now, what has happened? Let's go right back to the basics. This all started when the truckies said we're going to Canberra, and okay, we haven't seen a lot of trucks. There's lots of reasons for that, but you know what? In a way, it doesn't matter. What started was an organic movement of people saying, "Well, I want to go to Canberra too because I'm not happy." So you're all coming. And so this has organically grown into something big. You know, there's been a few upsets. We had camping area issues, you know, with camping at the National Library, all that sort of stuff. That brought some confrontation with the police. And then that became one of the major issues. And all these issues tend to divert if we're not careful. So we've been talking, you know, why are we here? Well, there's a lot of agendas that people talk about of what they think needs to be done. But from my perspective, it's I want people to get their jobs back. I don't want kids forced to be jabbed. I don't want kids forced to wear masks. I don't want us to be forced to wear masks. I want the borders open. You think of anything else?
Yeah, well, I think that pretty much covers it. Look, the reality is, Woody, we just want our freedoms back. That's essentially it. The ability to, you know, move around like we did previously, and we can't keep destroying these poor families by not having incomes, and start looking at the things that matter. You know, get back to basics.
Yeah. So what we're seeing going on in the country, there's a lot of good stuff that's going on in the protest movement. There's a lot of stuff that's not helpful. But what's been really good, I mean, Velvet Revolution have been doing stuff. There've been people standing at the government houses. All these things are really good. The initiative, the declaration we read yesterday was widely received very positively.
Very positive.
Yeah, from former Senator Rod Cullerton. Culmination of 5 years' work, unpaid work, because he wasn't being paid by anybody to do this, and he's got a great team of people who believe in restoring the Constitution. And from my perspective, we don't have a human rights bill in this country, but the Commonwealth Constitution of Australia that was founded in Federation gives us protections which prevents states from closing borders, prevents vaccine mandates, and a whole lot of other protections that have been eroded away. So, you know, these are the biggest issues we've got to fix. The work that's been done with serving the Governor-General and what was read out yesterday is going to be a catalyst to bring about a massive deep look at what's going on in that big house up on the hill. So, and that's what we need to happen, because we as Australians need to have confidence that we can be protected in our freedoms. And so I know John and we're not influencers. All right, we may have an influence, but we're not seeking to be influencers. And we don't want this to become a war of influencers, you know, to dominate and to get likes and all that sort of stuff. If everybody stopped liking me today, that's fine. I don't care. Do you care?
No. I mean,
yeah, you know, if Facebook took me down, they took me down. The only reason I'm doing what I'm doing is when I made that video, and John the same, we got flooded with people like you, like us, who just wanted us to speak. We've stuck our heads up. So while you're there, can you speak for me too?
Just average people.
Yeah, just average people. And, you know, the camp's filling up with lots of average people, and the average people, they're asking, is it safe to bring the caravan down and all that sort of stuff. And the kids. So, yeah, this is going to be won by the middle ground. There's two trenches. I said that at the beginning. There's the trench on the right wing. There's a trench on the left wing. And there's a whole bunch of us caught in the middle, and we're getting caught in the crossfire, and we're getting a bit sick of that too. So what needs to take place, the things that are looking like happening this week, both of us, have looked at it, and we reckon that there'll at least be a leadership spill in the coming weeks, which is a sign of a government in crisis. We see that happening. Chris Uhlmann on Channel 9 did a report on what happened yesterday, and it was probably more balanced than we've seen in a long time. He talked about everyday people putting Parliament House under siege.
And that's what it was.
That's what it was. You guys you everyday people put Parliament House under siege. And, I didn't get a chance to walk anywhere, and John was struggling too. We tried to stick together because we've teamed up. Anyway, it was amazing yesterday. But I finally realised, as we sit and talk to rational people about what's happening, that we're on the cusp of major change in Australia. And that's all resting on what we, the people in Canberra, are doing from the Convoy to Canberra. And so it's really important that we manage this properly, and we present a leadership face that's credible and plausible. And the truth is, there's every likelihood that a couple of us with some good representation will be asked into Parliament House, or into a meeting somewhere to meet with government and hand over our list of demands. They're just basic, simple demands. And we don't want to be flooded by people saying you've got to ask for this, you've got to ask for that. Those things that John and I just talked about is the basic starting point. Everything else that you're worried about will be dealt with what's been done with that declaration yesterday, what the Velvet Revolution have been doing, what the people standing at the government houses have been doing. And those things will be dealt with in the passage of time. But what's important now, we don't want our kids jabbed. Go to Parents with Questions and see why. .com.au. We're sick and tired of being frowned on because we don't want to wear a mask, because we know the science says it doesn't work. We don't want to be mandated for our jobs, to lose our jobs. We don't want to lose our homes. And we want freedoms to travel in our country. We don't want these dictatorial premiers telling us we can't go and see our grandchildren in another state. They're the things. We've got to go back to the basic rights afforded us in the Constitution.
Exactly. Yeah.
So what do we got to do? If this is a pivotal moment in Australia's history, and I believe yesterday was I think will go down as one of the great days in this country's history. And I'm not blowing smoke at anybody, but it's been amazing. And there's going to be a bigger presence required in Canberra. We need a presence on the lawn out the front of Canberra, peaceful protesting. We need to know while they're sitting that we're still here and we're getting bigger. So put plenty of sunscreen on, and don't do what I did yesterday and get burnt to a crisp. Be calm and rational. We have got phone numbers for the Australian Federal Police. John and I will be talking to the Australian Federal Police to make sure that I tell you, the Australian Federal Police spoke to John and I and Mac yesterday. And Mac's been doing a lot of work with the AFP as well, because he organises rallies, he's done them and everything. And the AFP were really great. The AFP just want us to be able to protest peacefully. The coppers we spoke to, who, believe it or not, yesterday, they organised everything over my mobile phone at Old Parliament House at 7:30 yesterday morning. They didn't know where we were going to rally to, where we were going to march to. And that police escort you got was because we just spoke rationally to the Australian Federal Police, and they were fantastic. They were really, really good. So, look, don't believe all the rumours. Don't go thinking there's snipers on the roofs. Don't go thinking that, we're all going to be rubber bulleted and all that.
Army's coming.
We are mums and dads. We're Australians. And, if those problems do eventuate, we'll deal with them then. And
as you've said, Hoodie, look, if that happens, that, in my opinion, is the greatest PR disaster for the government that could ever occur. In fact, if they want to do it, try it, because that will be the earthquake.
Yeah, exactly right. Now, we've got to put differences aside, divisions aside, but this is becoming a big logistical support operation. The fate of our nation is hinging on what we're doing here in Canberra. So we need to organise. John and I will be looking at seeing if we can get more camps organised. If this gets too big for Epic, we need to organise proper security and things like that at Epic for people so that they can feel safe there. And we need to basically set up. We need to look at better food logistics as a whole. This is going to become a big exercise, and it's going to require extra leadership. The vacuum that had to be filled in the last week or so was filled by people just straight out of the woodwork who needed to jump into a space, and they did a great job.
if the army want to come in, here's an opportunity for them. Let them come in and work with us. If they want to do something that's for the people, let them come in and provide some food. They've got the facilities, they've got the resources. Come in with your food trucks. We'd encourage it. Work with us, because, we're not going anywhere.
And we're going to get bigger.
So, let's work symbiotically with the military. They're our friends. We revere them, and that couldn't have been more, palpable yesterday when those diggers on the front line there of the rally. I mean, that was
awesome, wasn't it? That whole Anzac thing we did yesterday was just people were in tears, and it was beautiful, and that's the spirit of our country. I strongly urge everybody in your dealings with the police or anyone else. One police officer, a lady, called us over yesterday and said, "I'm here trying to do my job and do the best thing to keep you guys safe and keep it flowing for you. I don't want you guys to be restricted in any way." But some guy came up to me yesterday and said, "You're on my hit list. You're going to be one of the first to go." And she said, "I don't need to hear that." And it broke her heart. And she said, that's not the way to communicate with us. So come on, guys. Let's stop using the F-bomb all the time, and let's stop swearing. Let's remember that the campground is full of mums and dads and kids that are coming, grandparents. There's a couple of dear elderly women who've been at every rally, every movement. As Sally and Margot, I interviewed them the other day. They're Country Women's Association type people. Let's tie this all together. Let's get ready for something really big. Let's start preparing. John and I weren't thinking of doing anything other than speaking, but we've all got to do something. We've got to put cool heads together and
bit of structure.
Yeah, probably needs a bit of grey hair, maybe. I don't know. I'm getting more every day. I don't think I could get any more. He can, but I can't.
He's still in the left-hand seat.
Yeah, we should have swapped over. Anyway, we're coming to a meeting at 10 o'clock there, so very soon we better get cracking. Share this around. I don't know what the meeting's about, but we'll go along there and see what we can sort out. But this has become nation changing, and we have to be statesmen now. We have to be. And all those agendas that you're worried about, and we've heard them all. The media love to hang all these rabbit hole theories on us and all that sort of stuff. But we know what the main conspiracies are, and we want to get this country back to normal, to where we get our jobs back and we keep our homes and we keep flourishing, and let the political system, now that these mechanisms have been put in place, let it go into the mode that it's got to go in to be cleaned out. And let's do everything properly and legally to get this sorted out for the benefit of not only us, but us. We're all us. But also for the sovereign people and all of us as well, and the duck that's sitting next to John, which is his phone. And we'll see you at 10 o'clock. Can you think of anything else we need to say?
No, look, I just think it's an opportunity for us to speak with everyone. We just need some structure. We just need some, we need to ensure that everyone's safe in these camps, and that, we're just looking ahead now, because, this is going to be big. There's a lot of people coming in. They're still coming in. So we want to, just maybe take on that leadership role for you guys, because it doesn't sit comfortably with us, but people are looking to us for it. So
we're being hammered by people saying, "Can you please bring some leadership, because it's getting bigger than it can be managed at the moment." So we're going to try and do that. We've got rapport with the AFP. We're building rapport with the media, and we've got rapport with some politicians who've been batting for us in the House. And we're building a credible front line of people who can really bring some change around. Yeah. And, we may screw a few things up. It doesn't matter. But in the meantime, we're on a mission. We're on a mission to get our lives back. And we're going to do it respectfully and peacefully. And we'll see where it goes from here. We're going to spend as much time with you guys at the camps and elsewhere as we can. We're trying to organise something to do this afternoon. If we have time, we're even thinking if we just all pack a picnic lunch and just go and have a peaceful protest picnic somewhere without having speakers and all that sort of stuff, just get together as families. And I want to stress something really carefully. I choose my language really carefully, and so does John. When I finished speaking yesterday, I think I said something like, "I'm going to hand the mic over now. I'm sick of talking. And I just want to go down and be with the family." I didn't say my family. I didn't say my people. I just said the family. I don't own you. My followers, no. All that language, it just doesn't help. So we're all family and we're all together and we're all going to work through this together. So we'll see at Epic. As close to 10 as we can. We come in peace for all mankind. And let's see what we can pull together. Now, to everybody watching this who's still coming to Canberra, please keep coming. We're going to look at alternatives. We're going to work on logistics to see if we can get some extra camping somewhere if it's needed. And let's get this show happening. Another big rally on the 12th. I think it'll be bigger than the last one yesterday, if it's possible. But I mean, media, they're going to start looking at it. So let's change our language. Let's change our focus, and let's see this for what it is. We're changing our nation. God bless you. Stay out of the trees. And we'll see you at the camp. And for those of you coming, keep coming. It's going to be okay. It's all good. And if you hear anything that's frightening, don't act on it unless you verify it. You just come anyway. I'm just trusting God to protect us, and in him we trust. So see you soon.